All right, guys, let's talk about battery-powered clocks. Those are referred to as quartz clocks because they have a quartz crystal, but they fail often, and sometimes the internal components will just fail. We'll have more videos on that in the future, how they actually work and what can go wrong. But I finally made a video because yesterday and today and last week I had a whole bunch of these clocks come through that all had the same issue, and it's like, okay, I'm finally going to make a video and show you what's going on. So a lot of times you can just replace the entire movement, and that's great. That's usually the best option because then you've got a brand new movement. You don't have to worry about in the future of, is this a good enough fix, things like that. But a lot of times you can actually fix the movement. So if it's a movement that's a really unusual one, a really old one, there's some that are 40 years old, made in America or made in Germany, that are really, really good movements and don't need to be replaced with a cheap Chinese $3 movement, but with that it'll just be fixed and they'll be just fine. But what happens is usually the same thing. You'll get corrosion and it builds up mostly at the negative terminal, and then it'll work its way down into these little contacts right here. Those contacts touch the board here and they corrode, and then you don't get any conduction through that contact. And so if you can get to it, all you got to do is put some corrosion inhibitor cleaner on it. I like Deoxit D5. It's a really common, highly spoken of terminal cleaner. And you spray that on there, clean it up with a toothbrush and things, scratch off any excess stuff. If you can get all the electronics out, you can wash the case out with water and get all that corrosion out. And then it'll work good as new. So again, to recap, I prefer to replace the movement if it makes sense to do so, but at times when it doesn't need to be replaced, or when we don't want to replace it because it's a better movement than what we could replace it with, or it has some special functionality or things like that, then a lot of times you just get inside, clean it, and it'll work great.